how do you feel about some of the guys coming in and about how the recruiting process went?
Obviously everybody's pleased on signing day, you know what I mean? And you're excited and optimistic about, what the class can bring in and how they can help improve your football team. I think it went really well for us. We had the vast majority of the guys, scholarship guys, sign in December, and then we added a few more here in the February signing day. And obviously, we're excited about them and looking for the opportunity to get those guys on campus and get a chance to coach them.
Yeah, heavy on defense, obviously, this class was, and we asked Coach Smith about it in December. But from your point of view, how excited do you kind of see the number of guys that you're kind of adding to this unit?
Well, yeah, starting up front in the defensive line, we were able to add 3 junior college defensive linemen that hopefully have the ability to come in and contribute right away at the Pac-12 level. And then we were able to sign 3 high school guys, too, to help build for the future. And so it's not going to always be a situation where you continually have to just go to the 2-year players and stuff like that in junior college. So we wanted to be able to do both. Get some guys that could come in immediately and help us out, and also build for the long term. And at the linebacker group, we think we got a really talented group of guys coming in that add some size to the linebacker position for us, which was something that we needed to try to improve on. But also they have a lot of athleticism at those spots. And then we were able to, from a scholarship standpoint, sign 4 DBs, so we got 3 corners and a safety, and so that's all important for us to continue to build our depth. And the fact that we only, really lost 1 starter in the back end, Dwayne Williams to graduation, gives us a chance to improve for next year.
We talked a lot about consistency in the room, but just even in general, obviously on the defensive side as well, you guys got a lot of guys who will be here throughout the spring as well as summer. How important is that to have them here early?
Well, yeah, the earlier you can get your hands on them, the better, because there's coaching going on year round, there's training going on year round, and so the sooner we can get them here and get working on it, the better chances they have to be improved and ready to go for the fall for us.
Go ahead. He talked about how it helps the position number-wise, building for the 1 DB that you really lost as a starter. But how important or how big are these add-ons to the things that you guys struggled with last season?
Well, yeah, across the board, obviously we've got to get better on defense, and all of these players have the opportunity to be able to come in and contribute for us right away and improve, our starters and improve our depth, and which we need to do both of those things to play better on defense.
Will you be looking to any of those potential young corners to step up with Jay Irvine announcing his intention to transfer?
Obviously, right now with the new 4-game rule, I don't think you go in and say anybody's going to redshirt right away. You have the opportunity to have 4 games that you get to play guys at any position. And, we're going to go in the mentality that these guys are going to get at least 4 games in and see. And if they can maximize that opportunity early on and get on the field and contribute at a high level, then they'll have the opportunity to play the entire year.
How big do you think having more depth in the defensive line will be, just to be able to have more, variances and be able to mix in different schemes and whatnot now that you have bodies that you didn't have a year ago?
Correct. Being able to add 6 defensive, 3 high school guys and 3 JC guys is going to be a big help from a number standpoint and a size standpoint with some of the size that these guys have coming in. And so all of those things are going to, help us improve on defense. And, it's not going to be a magic fix or anything like that. There's still got to be a lot of hard work between now and game day that's got to occur. And we're just going to look forward to working with these guys and trying to get better for next year.
What are you looking for in spring ball? What do you hope to accomplish kind of in that month of early practice with some of these guys?
Yeah, well, for the new guys, it's them learning how to practice, here and getting used to the speed at the collegiate level, at the Power 5 level, and also having them get a jump start in the playbook. For all the returning players, it's to hopefully see a progression from year 1 to year 2 in the scheme, where there's a lot less thinking out there, a lot more reacting and playing fast would really help us out.
What do you want to see out of this defense in year 2?
Dramatic improvement, especially if we can really improve in our run defense and in takeaways, that would significantly help us out defensively.
Obviously, with the tackling issue sort of, paralleling through the entire season, what do you see out of these new recruits? Did you notice anything, or were you looking for anything specifically technically wise?
You know, well, obviously, anytime you're looking at recruits, the first thing that you're looking at is, do they have the talent level to play at the Power 5 level? You know, that's the first thing. But then you want to dig a little bit deeper into every single one of these guys, and we're looking to, you know, I mean, their wiring. Are they, you know, I mean, what's their football intelligence? What's their, you know, I mean, their academic intelligence? What's, you know, I mean, are they a guy that loves football? We want, you know, I mean, are the football equivalent of a gym rat, the guy that sticks around after practice and is working on some part of his game every single day and not, you know, running off the football field as soon as practice is over. And so there's a lot of recruits and kids that love being a football player, but they don't all love football. And so there's a lot of people that like, you know, the pats on the back and the accolations that come with being a football player. But we wanted to try to dig in and find guys that love the game of football and want to work at it, because we think those guys have the best chance and opportunity to improve, and they're fun to coach and they're fun to be around. And so that's what we're looking for.
You said you wanted.
What about Guns, the linebacker, as a new guy transferred from Oklahoma? What are your early feelings about him?
Well, you know, he's gotten here in January and he's getting his feet underneath him, getting to know his teammates, getting to know his coaches. I've been impressed so far with his football intelligence. You know what I mean? When I've had a chance, he comes up and wants to talk football. He's a football junkie himself, wants to come up and watch the film with me and learn as much as he can. And you know, he's still doing some recovery from a physical standpoint. You know, he had ACL surgery at the end of August, and so you know, he's still not clear to go full go and won't be ready to go for spring practice right away. And so you know, all that stuff's a work in progress, but certainly he brings the kind of size and speed that we're looking for at the outside linebacker position.
You mentioned dramatic improvement is what you're looking for on defense in year 2. Do you think that this recruiting class you have the additions to make that happen?
Well, we'll find out. We're certainly going to work towards that. You know what I mean? And at the same time, you know, it's a competitive business, and the other teams are all working on trying to improve their offenses too. But yeah, I mean, I'd be very disappointed if we didn't make a very good jump in our improvement on defense this next year.
Thank